No, not that much I can say.
Okay.
Only the moon can give that much of brightness, I guess, because Milky Way will be visible, but not that much, I guess. Mm.
But we can see it from naked
And
eyes.
we can see from naked eyes these days also, but
Mm.
the core would be visible at that time in the summertime.
Yes.
Mm.
So during the summer, like it's so clear around. I think.
In the summertime, it's visible like earlier in the early night, no. So in winter also it's visible, but we have to wait after midnight to see that.
Yes.
Uh, it's like the timing is different, but it will be there. Milky Way will be there, no,
Yes.
always.
Yes.
Mm.
And do any of the telescopes measure the Milky Way as well?
No, there is no such thing as this telescope, this type of
Okay.
telescope.
So these telescopes are measuring the planets, they're measuring the stars, they're measuring the two behind me are gamma ray telescopes and they are measuring gamma ray bursts. So many types of telescopes. So will any new other telescopes will be installed here as well in the future? You were telling about
So
50
yes,
centimeter. Can you tell?
this one is already like already operational.
Okay.
So this is an indigenously developed telescope,
Hmm.
like the control system. So different telescopes are coming. ISRO also have this Netra telescope coming for watching the space debris
Wow.
there at that mountain top.
Wow.
So
That is, ISRO is going to build a telescope here, which will be looking forward for the space debris, which is a very huge problem. Just like light pollution, space debris can be a huge
yeah.
problem.
So space debris is always a problem, no. So
Yes.
and the satellites and all, they can collide, no. So
Yes.
that's why prior to the path of the satellite, they are trying to they will try to detect the debris.
Hmm.
Also.
While you are observing those asteroids and comets, does the space debris also come along, like in the
Not
pictures?
satellites, they do come.
Okay.
These Starlink satellites, they have been disturbing the astronomers for many for many times.
Yeah.
So satellites, they come and into the images.
Yes.
There's a white streak that will come in the image.
Yes.
Mm,
So the before space debris becomes a problem, the satellites already are becoming a problem.
yeah.
And so, what about the internet over here? Like, how do you send all this data back?
Yeah, so we have a dedicated satellite communication network with GSAT 18 and GSAT 16 Indian communication satellites.
Mm.
So also we have a broadband with BSNL also. But yeah, we have two types of communication network here, satellite as well as broadband.
Yes.
Mm,
So we have like satellites and broadbands which are sending the data from here
yeah.
back to either it's
Back to
IIA,
different places,
IIT,
yeah,
Bombay.
different institutes.
Yes.
Mm,
And also, I wanted to know, like the students or the researchers who are taking these observations, like who are scheduling these observations,
mm.
do they seldom come here to see how the place
Yeah,
is like?
many times. So many times when there are like new instruments coming,
Yes.
or anything, if they want to just come here,
Yes.
they always come.
They always come.
Yeah, many scientists come here. Mm.
Okay, so this is like, would it be nice to say that, like in India, if somebody who is interested in astronomy or they're interested into anything which is related to the night sky,
Mm.
so this place would be like heaven
Yeah,
for them?
yeah. It's one of the India's best site for astronomy here, no?
Hmm.
So also this sky this place is also going to be declared as a dark sky reserve. So
Hmm.
much more prospect is there for this place
Yes, and that's
for
going to be the
astronomy.
first for India.
First for India, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Mm.
So astrotourism is going to increase. That means students like you who are watching, they can just come and spend some time here, spend how the telescopes are working, and see the beautiful night sky.
Yeah. So students are always welcome. So we always do outreach programs with students
Mm.
in Ladakh as well as in Bangalore also.
Mm.
There are different outreach programs going.
Mm.
So if there are some events like solar eclipse and all, we do live
Mm.
streamings, and special events, we do those kind of things. So
Okay.
students are always welcome to visit.
Yes. So, can you tell about any upcoming outreach event in this year?
In this year, I'm not aware of. Last year we did a solar eclipse
Okay.
live streaming.
Yes.
This year I'm not aware of. Yeah,
Yes. So,
might
at
be.
least when it comes to solar eclipse, maybe lunar eclipse as well?
Yeah, any new any that kind of event which will
Yes.
be like
Celestial events.
celestial events, which will be like common for everyone,
Hmm.
for public outreach.
Yes. So celestial events like whether it's a solar eclipse, whether it's a lunar eclipse, or like a comet is visible, all of these things are
Uh,
pretty nice.
yeah,
So one more question, like, have you seen either the Geminids or the
yeah.
Quadrantid meteor shower?
Meteor shower, yeah, we have seen in winter. We saw a Perseid meteor shower,
Yes.
and last year we also saw the comet Neowise,
Yes.
very bright. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
So
very big.
those are colorful.
No, yeah, meteors they are colorful, so you can
Yes.
see like a firework kind of happening in the sky many
Yes.
times.
And in the 3 years
If
you
you
have
are
spent
lucky,
here.
then you can randomly see the and you can see a meteor.
Yes.
It won't be that difficult to catch a meteor here.
Yes, I'm going to try that tonight.
Yeah.
And also one more thing, like if you have to say, like, what is the maximum number of meteors you have seen in an hour?
I haven't counted it, but the last year during Perseid, I saw like many, like 50, 60 happening
Yeah,
randomly over the sky.
yeah,
50 to
50,
60
60
random.
in just an hour.
Yeah, like it was coming like this, no? So
Yes,
illuminated
yes.
totally.
And so, what would you say? Like, what is the best part of your job working here?
Yeah, seeing the night sky.
Yes.
So basically, we are trying to build new telescopes here from like locally here.
Mm.
So we are seeing different kind of deep sky objects
Mm.
with our telescopes. We can see the planets as well, but we have instruments mounted on the telescope. But very less chances you will get if the student come to see
Yeah.
that night deep sky objects with naked eyes.
Yes.
So the best part is the night sky itself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like apart from the night sky, like working on the computer, so you are
yeah,
currently working for many hours in the
yeah,
night. Sometimes you have to observe all this data.
yeah,
So is it like, what is the best part of that as well? Because this is you're from an engineering
yeah,
background, and this is like not your particular source. It's just data
yeah.
is
But
given to you.
yeah, we just have to make sure the telescope is working, no? So that
Yes.
data we transfer to the scientists
Mm.
themselves. So we have to make sure that the stars are pinpoint. Like
Yes.
when we image something, the telescope should be very precisely tracking that object, and the
Yes.
object in the frame should be pinpoint, like totally like circle, not
Yes.
like trailing, because if the telescope doesn't track properly, that object will be trailing. So
Mm.
we just have to make sure the focus is good, the
Mm.
tracking is good, the
Mm.
pointing of the telescope to that object should be good.
Mm.
Then we have to like make sure.
Start the observation.
Yeah, then the fun part is that we can automate all these things.
Yes.
So being an engineer, we can automate all this procedure like auto focusing, the auto tracking, auto pointing, and
Yes.
auto analyzing all those data. Like all
Yes.
those things are
Like
there.
as much automation and
Yeah,
robotics.
different like from controlling the telescope to detecting an asteroid in the image. All
Hmm.
those things can be automated, no? So
Yes.
that is the fun part.
Yes. And for any observation to happen, I think people who are working from IIT and IIA, they
Mm,
are involved, you are involved, more people are involved.
yeah.
So for one single observation, how many people are behind it, if you have to take a guess?
Okay, so
The entire team.
so in the entire team, like for building a telescope, there will be like many people. But
Yes.
for observation, we need to one or two people here who can like monitor what is happening, like
Yes.
just monitor, not like manually observation.
Hmm.
Just monitor if something is wrong, and at the other end, at the scientist end, there can be some people, but it's not necessary. They can always download the data
Hmm.
automatically and
Mm-hmm.
then analyze the data automatically. So
Yes.
there are like various scientists and
Hmm.
people sitting here,
Various engineers.
engineers as well as observers, night attendants here
Yes.
at the observatory.
Yes. Also, I wanted to know, like, were you always interested in astronomy from a young age, or did just something
Uh,
happened?
so just came here as an engineer only, not
Okay.
like an astronomy. I don't have an astronomy background,
Yes.
so came here as an engineer,
Yes.
computer engineer,
Yes.
for building the control systems and automation and all those things.
Yes. And has this place brought out, I would say, a part of you that has now
Yeah,
started to
now started
appreciate?
to love astronomy a lot.
Yes. So that if you just come at this place, no matter what your background is, if you are an engineer or even it from, I think, other fields as well, right?
Other fields, yeah. So anyone who can come here, like who are interested in science as in
Mm.
general or astronomy,
Mm.
so can come and visit and see the night sky. Mm.
Yes. very very beautiful place. So what will you be doing, like if you will be heading, I you saw like you will be going out to do some work, and I have to say like
Yeah,
sir was really busy, but
yeah.
he had taken out some time for us to interact. So what
Mm.
would be the next thing on your day?
So in the daytime, I did some I did some debugging.
Hmm.
Last night, some problem happened. So I did some debugging, and
Okay.
night time I have to test it,
Okay.
test the code, and see what's happening.
So the debugging is not leaving you still.
Yeah,
It
so it's not totally like automated. This
yeah.
50 centimeter I am working on right now, the
Yes.
growth has already been automated, very
Yes.
less we have to attend any problem,
Yes.
but this is under development. So I was working to debug something,
Yes.
and we'll fix that in the night, and I test it in the night.
Yes.
Mm, mm.
And then the observations you will be starting to do at Growth India at in the evening as well.
Yeah, evening. So they will do the flat acquisition, and then the uh, observation. Mm,
Yes.
mm.
Also, I wanted to know, like now you have been working at this place. If you would had not been working here, was this something else you wanted to do, like you were wanted to do as a
Acha,
kid, but you ended up
uh,
here?
no, no. I have been always interested in software.
Hmm.
So I was working at an IT company in Delhi,
Hmm.
the Cleverlex, then a patent management company.
Hmm.
I was working there, and then I got an opportunity to work here in
Hmm.
my place in
Hmm.
Ladakh. So
Hmm.
I came back. Mm.
Yes. Would you be if somebody gives you an offer to for any job in the world, would you be leaving this one?
Not really, not
Yeah.
as of now.
Yes.
It's loving it. I'm loving it. Mm.
Yeah. So this is a good place, and you also have like one more person working with you. Would you like to tell more about him?
Um,
Dorje sir.
yeah, he is our boss. He's the engineer in charge. He have been working here since the inception of this observatory to 20 years ago. Back in 1998, I guess the site survey for this place was happening.
Hmm.
So at different places in Himachal as well as in Ladakh, this place was chosen as the best at that time. From that time, he has been working here. He's the engineer in charge here
Hmm.
of this observatory.
Yes. So I have interacted with so many people who are working here, and all of them have been engineers mostly.
Yeah.
And when we think about astronomy, we think about science. But I think astronomy is incomplete without the engineers.
Yeah, so astronomy, when we say we need lots of complex instruments, no?
Hmm.
So even the JWST has
Hmm.
been built with collaboration of like scientists as well as various engineers, no?
Hmm.
So engineers, they build a telescope, and then the scientists, they observe, no?
Yes.
So
Uh,
without engineer, they won't have the data.
the
uh,
collaborative effort.
yeah, it's a collaborative effort of everyone.
Yes.
Astronomy.
Yes, and for the students who are watching us, I wanted to tell you like these students are very very young. Some of them are just like either 8 of
uh,
8, 9, 10,
Still.
maybe up till 12, 14, even 16. So would you like to say something to the student who aspire to become astronomers and engineers and maybe come and visit here? So some words for
Okay,
them.
so first of all the best for your future. So it depends on what you love. Do
Hmm.
what you love, no?
Hmm.
So when you do what you love, and you grow with that knowledge,
Hmm.
you gather knowledge in your respective field,
Hmm.
whichever you prefer.
Hmm.
So if you want in astronomy, so you
Hmm.
can always it's always learn, no? The
Hmm.
internet is always full of knowledge. You can visit places like this place, and you can always do like science.
Hmm.
You can always like request for any kind of science observations, because this HCT is available for public means as in student also. So
Hmm.
astronomers, they can always propose what they want to observe, and then
Hmm.
the committee will accept. So it is always there. So if you love, then you can always look for
Yes.
opportunities.
Yes. Unlike in the past where there were not so many, I would say, modern telescopes in India, now spending a day or two in Ladakh, you would come to know, especially in Hanle, that the place is beautiful, the telescopes are advanced,
Mm.
and the students who are studying in various institutes studying astronomy, they are able to
Uh,
observe anything they want, right?
yeah, not anything, but yeah. So we have limited number of telescopes, but the
Hmm.
proposals, they are in huge numbers.
Okay.
So like prior to like 4 5 months,
Hmm.
the slots are already booked.
Hmm. Hmm. For the
So
entire year.
for an entire year, so
Okay.
you have to prepare your like proposals,
Hmm.
like if it's an interesting, or if it's in like new something interesting, so
Hmm.
the committee will accept all that.
Okay.
So
And you also mentioned like some outreach events happen, not here, like apart from the solar eclipse, like some of the workshops that happen. So what
mm,
would be that place where students can go and visit,
uh,
either a website or
whether
anything?
if you the IA has this website, iip.res.in, so
Hmm.
you can always visit there, and you can go inside the outreach outreach tab, and then you
Hmm.
can see various kinds of outreach that is happening,
Hmm.
currently happening, as well as the past ones. uh,
Okay.
there are summer schools, winter schools, and all those
Hmm.
things happening for students.
Okay.
Mm.
And those are for undergraduates, masters?
Undergraduate school students, for everyone there are programs.
Okay. So
Mm.
I was not aware
So
that even school students can come
yeah,
here in participate in the winters and summer programs.
summer schools are there, winter
Yes.
schools are there, so
Yes.
different kinds of programs, outreach programs are there.
Yes.
So you can visit the website and you can
Hmm.
register.
And like, what might one learn in this? Are Will they be able to observe through any
Uh,
small telescope, or will they be learning how a code runs? Anything like using
yeah,
Jupyter notebook?
that's possible. So
Hmm.
we the outreach programs includes like going to field stations like this
Hmm.
station or any other stations in the country. So field visits, as well as learning codes,
Hmm.
learning
Yes,
various kinds
something
of
new.
astronomy, atmospheric study
Yes.
instruments that are there.
Yes.
We have a GPS station also.
Yes.
So yeah.
So many possibilities are there, not just one institute or one university. Depending upon which one you get into, there are many, many things, and new telescopes will be launched here as well. And at this place, I would say it has really a very, very great fur.
Uh,
So thank you, sir, for
yeah.
interacting with us. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All the best, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. So now I was interacting with Tenzin sir, and he told so much about the various